We all have powerful ideas about how men should be and how women should be, how boys should be and how girls should be. And it causes us to raise our kids in very limited ways. Our kids can obviously become anything they want in their lives. While girls are often told they can't become politicians, boys are often told they can't become dancers. But the reality is, of course, they can become all these things. But if our ideas about what our kids can and can't be are unaware to ourselves, then we're going to perpetuate them into our kids and stop our kids from being able to live the life they want to live. The first thing to do is for us to look at our own sexism. We are all sexist because we all have ideas about how different sexes should be. If we aren't conscious of these ideas, then these ideas end up getting perpetuated in our kids. If we can at least come to own that, oh yeah, I have this idea that men are better at this and women are better at that, then we can come to realize that maybe we're imparting that idea onto our kids unconsciously, and we can watch how we're doing this. It is especially important if we have ideas about how girls should look or how boys should act. Notice these things because they really impact our kids. If we have an idea that a girl needs to look skinny or beautiful in a certain way, then she's likely to go through life with a lot more insecurity and a lot more self-doubt. She gets this from us, particularly as fathers. If we can stay loving her regardless of how she is, then she can feel empowered in herself and be herself without the concerns that riddle so many women throughout their lives. The second really important thing that you can do, particularly as a father, is to notice the sexism around you. And if you're with your kids, particularly your girls, and you notice a TV ad that's selling potato chips but using women clad in bikinis, point out how ridiculous that is. Point out how strange that is that they need to use a woman and that most likely she was changed using computer software to make her look even skinnier. See if you can counter that idea for your daughter that that's how women should look, because they're getting it everywhere. Notice the messages they get and be a stand for how ridiculous it is that companies use women's bodies to sell their products. And increasingly this is true for men, obviously, as our bodies are more and more used in a very particular way to sell products. To try to protect your kids from the sexism that is abounding throughout our society, notice it within yourself, talk to your partner about theirs if you can, and notice where it's coming in from society and stand up against that. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Full Frontal Fatherhood. I'd love to hear your ideas on how you handle these tough situations. Please join the conversation below, and I'll see you next time for another episode of Full Frontal Fatherhood. Take care.